Well, let me officially get started here. My name's Mary Bustamante, and I'm the director of the Part-Time Studies Office at Villanova University. We have about a half an hour presentation to go over with you tonight, and we've also left about 15-20 minutes for questions and answers. We also have Alan Dorfman, our associate director, that's here, that's going to be co-presenting with me, along with Maria Coan, who's a current student, as well as Patrick Hague, who's a current student as well. So we thought you should hear from a lot of different voices tonight about our programs. For those of you not familiar with Villanova University's Part-Time Studies Division, we've been around for 90 years, over 90 years. We're close to 100 now. And we've been offering evening degree programs to adult students in the area very successfully. We currently have about 400 students currently enrolled. And a famous quote we always like to use that's from Father Peter, who's our president, is part-time studies holds the potential of turning a life around. And we truly believe in the mission for the office with this statement. We have students coming in anywhere from 22 to 55 who are interested in either completing a degree, completing a certificate, making a career change, and we help them reach that goal. What we plan to cover tonight is information on our degree programs, our certificates, if you need prerequisites for graduate programs. We'll also have our student speakers come up and talk about their experiences, and then we'll also provide information on finances, financial aid, and tuition and billing. And on this next slide, I'm going to turn things over to Alan Dorfman, who's going to talk about our 4 Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies degree programs.
Thank you very much, Mary. As Mary said, my name is Brandon. I'm the Associate Director of the Office here at Part-Time Studies. It looks like I've met a couple of you previously, and it's good to see faces here, and it's good to see new people here too. We're excited to tell you about what we offer and hopefully help you out a little bit. So first I'm going to get into our Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies. We have 4 majors held under our Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies. And you can see them on the screen here: General Studies, Leadership, Information Systems, and Media and Technology. So without further ado, just tell you what, the number one question we probably get: what is the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies? Is it a bachelor's degree? Yes, it is a bachelor's degree like any other bachelor's degree, like a BS or a BA or a BBA or I'm running out of letters here, but I think you get the point. What we've done with this degree is we've really kind of tried to tailor it to the needs of the adult student, the non-traditional student, the student returning to school. So as you'll see, what we've done, we've kind of come up with categories for you. So whereas a traditional degree may say you have to take this history course and this math course and this science course and this language course, we say, you know what, we want you to take something from an American perspectives or a global perspectives ideology. We want you to take a cultural appreciation course. There's a couple specific requirements. We have a specific math requirement in there. And what I shouldn't forget is we have kind of what you could refer to as the Villanova core. Things like ACS 1000, Augustinian and Culture, Philosophy 1000, Ethics. These are things that, regardless of major, if you're a Villanova student, this is really going to tell you what Villanova is about, and these are the courses that every Villanova student passes through before earning that Villanova degree. One of the big things we have in this core that we're real proud of is it's a choice actually between public speaking or business and professional communication. It's one of those courses that you can hop into and you begin to use it right away. So you go to class on a Wednesday night, and Thursday you're in the office and you're doing, using what you've learned in the classroom that night. It's really a fantastic course. So that really gets into the core of our program. So to start out with, I'm going to go through a few of the majors that we have here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to intersperse. We're going to have some of our students come up who are actually in some of these majors and tell you a little bit about them. So the first major, really quickly, is our General Studies major. It's personally one of my favorites. A major like this is one of those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities to really do what you want to do, to chart your own path with your education. General Studies, if you looked at one of our curriculum sheets and you were looking at the requirements, what you would essentially see is a blank sheet. And it gives you the opportunity to do a couple of things. It gives you the opportunity to, one, if you have a number of transfer credits, if you've gone to a college or a university or a few universities in the past, it really gives us the opportunity to maximize your transfer credit, to bring it in and to coalesce it around one major theme, one major idea to move forward with in your education. And it allows you the opportunity to focus in on things such as the humanities or the social sciences, but really make them your own. So, for example, whereas a student may become a sociology major or an English major, you can say, you know what, I want to study how leadership affects Victorian writing in the 18th century. I literally just made that up off the top of my head, so you don't have to do that one. But it really gives you that opportunity to focus in your education on things you want. You know, so I want to study literature, but I want to study it from a communication aspect so I can really bring these skills into the workplace while I'm still earning that traditional liberal arts degree. General studies gives you that opportunity. As you can see, the number one question students will always ask me is, well, what kind of job can I get with a general studies degree? And probably the best response I can give you is, what kind of job can't you get with a general studies degree? It's really a degree that allows you to do what you want to do. And I pulled out a few examples of something some of our students from the past and current students are doing. I mean, anything from management, customer service, marketing, sales. You know, they really take that degree and make it what they want to be. Now, you know, let me back up. You're not going to be, this isn't the degree, obviously, if you want to go to medical school or get an engineering degree, but it's a degree that allows you to move up in the professional world and really kind of make your mark. Next, I'm going to get to a little bit of the technical side here. I'm going to talk a little bit about our BIS and information systems. As you can see, this is kind of one of our big technical degrees here. But with the technical degree comes a really bright future, because this is also one of the most in-demand fields, as I'm going to show you in a second. And this is where a lot of the job opportunities are really coming out at this point. So what are you going to study? You're going to come into our information systems degree. You're going to study things like algorithms and discrete structures. We're going to coalesce it all together into project management towards the end, and you're going to have a nice capstone to kind of help you get through all of that. But as you can see, as technical as that may sound, once you get through all of that, the job opportunities are really, I mean, IT architect, cloud architect, mobile app developer. Health IT is such a big field right now. I mean, obviously, with everything that's going on in healthcare these days, you know, they need a team of people, an army of people, really, to get behind the electronic side of things, computing side of things. And this is really, you know, I can't stress enough just how in demand a field like information systems is right now. Now I'm going to swing back a little bit to our leadership major. Leadership's an interesting field. It's a great field. It has its roots in organizational psychology. It's closely linked to the human resources field. In fact, for those of you who are interested, we actually do link this program with our master's in HRD. And there's an opportunity to kind of move directly from one into the other should you choose to try and follow that path. As you can see right now, leadership really brings you together from a strong beginning with the foundations in leadership, go through technology, community, but we also add in a few communications courses as well. Organizational communication, negotiation and decision making, this leadership in a borderless economy, which is a fantastic course. And again, we wrap that all up into a capstone project towards the end. Now what's interesting about this is, I mean, this list, and I promise you this isn't a list that I made up on my own. I went to the Occupational Outlook Handbook, I went to U.S. Department of Labor websites, and these are really what people are doing in the field of leadership right now. From human resources, like we said, healthcare, like we said, the military, retail. Any of you have any political aspirations, anything from City Hall up into the White House? You know, this may be the way for you to start out too, as well. The best way to probably put this, I had a student come to me once, and he was from a big company that I won't mention right now, but so he told me that while he's working at Boeing, he can only, that was funnier in my head before I started this. So, but no, he was working for Boeing, and he said, listen, Boeing is only going to pay for me to really pursue 2 degrees here at Villanova. One of them is business, and, you know, obviously that makes sense. Business is an in-demand field. You can't go wrong with business. He said, but the other one is leadership. You know, so out of all the degrees we offer here, you know, Boeing really, you know, big company like Boeing said, you know, leadership's something we prize, leadership's something we value, and yeah, we're more than happy to bring our employees through that process right now to have stronger leaders in our company. And what I'd like to do now is I'd like to bring Maria up. Maria Coan is one of our BIS students in leadership, to give you that student perspective and let you know really how things go. So, Maria, without further ado.
Thank you very much.
Hi
Hi everyone, how are you tonight? I'm Maria Coan, and I am in the Leadership Studies program here at Villanova. I just about entered my senior year in leadership. This is the beginning of it. I'm very excited, though. That doesn't really mean a whole lot because I probably have about 2 years more to go or so, because I am obviously going part-time. I do work full-time here at Villanova in the Office of Residence Life. What can I say about this program? This program is run so well. Mary is my advisor. She is a great resource. She has directed me from the get-go, from my first time coming, to approaching her as becoming a, student here again. I graduated Delaware County Community College back in 1982. So, needless to say, I'm an older student. But Villanova actually took 55 of my credits from Delaware County coming into Villanova. Mary went through my transcript and found all the courses that helped me to get a leg up and not to start at the bottom rung. So if anybody has any type of other courses they have taken over the years, don't discount them. It's very interesting to see grades from 30 plus years ago because, back then I was a 17, 18-year-old and, okay, what am I going to do with my life, which I had no idea. And so I was just taking courses here and there. There was courses I didn't even remember that I had taken. But anyway, Mary got me started, and let me see, I started back in 2011 is when I was, 2010, 2011, I'm not quite sure. The years seem to run together. So what I have been doing mostly over the last couple of years is taking what's known as fast-forward classes. Fast-forward classes are 7-week classes that it's about 3.5 hours a night, 1 night a week. It allows me to take 2 classes a semester. The most we could take here at Villanova, based on with my job, I could take 3 that they would pay for. But 3 would be quite a lot for me personally with working. So I take 2. I've been taking 2 since I started, and then I also have been taking 1 in the summer 1, which is helping me to move along. But the course itself has really changed me. As far as leadership, it's given me, like I said, I work in the Office of Residence Life. I'm basically an admin in that office, but it's helping me to work with students, to work with my peers, and even to work with upper level seniority management. It gives you the tools and the confidence to be able to speak to people and to lead, really. Sometimes you're walking around, you're trying to get a project together, and nobody wants to take charge. I don't know if anybody has ever had that experience. But it makes you want to go out there and say, okay, I could do this. Let's get a plan together, like strategic planning. That was like my first course that I took here with Bill Blackburn. They have teachers. I have had teachers that are traditional teachers here at Villanova and teachers that are outside that have come in, they're adjuncts, and teach the part-time students. And they all have something wonderful to offer. They have the business perspective and the real world, life outside of, let's face it, when you're in college, it's a different world than when you actually step outside. And they're able to give you that perspective. And I'm very happy, and I'm looking forward to my senior year, which is going to last a couple years. And then who knows, maybe I'll go into graduate study, get a graduate degree. We'll see, 1 step at a time. So does anybody have any questions I can answer for you? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Maria, thank you very much. We really appreciate that. So finally, one of the final programs we have in our BIS is our Media and Technology program. I like to tell people this is one of our tech programs, but allows you for a little bit more room, I'll say, for creativity, if you will. If you're into that kind of new web thing, social media, et cetera, this really is kind of the direction you may want to think about going in. Again, you can see we mix some of the information systems courses, computing in the web, web development, emerging technology trends, but we throw in some marketing and some business stuff in there as well. Theories of visual communication and culture, mass communication, interactive marketing. It's one of our newest entries, newest majors here at Villanova, and we're really proud of it, and we've seen immense growth in this program over just the past few years. And again, just, the list is kind of endless with a program like this. Anything from advertising to working at a college or a university, telecommunications, data processing, all of that great stuff. So it really is one of our more exciting programs, I'd say, that we have here at the university. What I'd like to do right now is introduce Susan Leighton, who is in the Media and Technology program. Tell you a little bit more about that. So, Susan, thank you.
Hi, I am Susan Leighton. Thank you, Brandon. I'm in the Media and Technology program here at Villanova. I am kind of slow in my progress. So I started out with only a few credits. I was unsuccessful in my first try at college and only had, maybe 9 credits that were transferable. It was a big regret of mine that I had never completed my college degree, and I was really ashamed, of my performance there at my other college. So it took me a lot of nerve to come here and present my transcripts. I want you to know from that first visit, everybody in the part-time studies office made me feel so welcome. They were not shocked to see my transcripts. And, that really meant a lot to me. They were so kind and said, of course, I wasn't able to be accepted immediately as a matriculated student. I had to prove myself. I had to take, I believe, 3 courses before I could be matriculated which, went easily. The advising has been fantastic. I chose the Media and Technology program because after or prior to coming to Villanova, I had gone to a technical school for computer technology, and I really found I had a knack for it and really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, at technical schools, credits don't transfer in, but I knew that I really had a knack for technology, but I didn't want to be a programmer. So this degree really kind of fit the bill for that. It gave me a whole lot of computer science courses, but it also gave me business courses, like Brandon said, which are very usable, the marketing and those types of courses, and as well as communications. So it's kind of like a 3-prong, and I felt that it would make me more marketable. So I've been able to use my courses in my current job situation, certainly. I'm responsible for our website. I have to do all that updating all the time, and so it's really nice to have a background understanding of that, as well as database creation. So there's some heavier computer science courses I've had to take here. I want to say that the faculty is terrific here at Villanova. You're never a number here. I mean, they know me personally. Your faculty here get to know you on a personal basis. It's something I really never expected. They are experts in their field. They're excited about what they're teaching. They impart that, to adults are different students than younger students. And, we're expecting, high quality education when we come here. And I get it. I get it from advising all the way down to, the adjunct and full-time, professors here at Villanova. I can't say enough about this university and how they've helped me progress. I also want to say, you can go at your own pace here. You don't have to jump in and take as many, a ton of courses every semester. You can, but, if, say, next semester you find out that, you have a big project at work or something, you want to pare down to one course, you can do that. It's very flexible, and I find it really meets my needs in trying to attain that goal. And I feel very supported by the staff at the part-time studies office. So I think that's all I have to say. Does anybody have any specific questions about media and technology? Or I'll be here afterwards, so if you want to just chat about it, I'll be happy to talk to you about it. So thanks.
Okay, thank you, Susan. And the final degree programs we hope to cover tonight are in the business and accountancy fields. I always feel like these are the best kept secrets at Villanova. Villanova has a top-ranked business school, and students are able to complete their degree in business or accountancy at night, if they wish. The two programs are part of the Bachelor of Business Administration degree. There are certain requirements that are quantitative requirements before students can matriculate. It's in business calculus, business statistics, but if you're able to meet those requirements, we are able to enroll you in this evening degree program. As Maria had mentioned, we can accept up to 60 credits towards this degree, and the final 62 of this degree program would be completed at Villanova. Patrick Hague is currently an accountancy major here, and he started out at Penn State. He has an associate's degree and then transferred to Villanova to complete his business degree. So I'm going to turn officially things over to Patrick.
Afternoon, everybody. How are we all doing today? Good afternoon. Good. My name's Patrick, like Mary said. Business school. I really can't say enough about it. One of the nation's top business schools. Last year, I believe it was 17th in the nation for the undergrad. And that transfers over to the night program. That's not just a day program. We have the same instructors in the night program that they have in the day program. We have the same expertise from the professors and from industry experts. It's not just all academic. We actually have folks who are out in the business world, have made very substantial impacts in the business world, come in, teach us. They regularly have people like KPMG, finance executives come in and give classes and instruction or lectures, things of that nature, to all the students, day and night students. I mean, it's really fabulous. Now, it's a challenging program. I will be quite frank with you. It is challenging. Some of the classes, hey, not a problem. And then you get in there and you're like, wow. But it's challenging for a reason. And it's not challenging to make you fail. The instructors want to see you succeed. So they ensure that you understand all of the material and make sure that you're well prepared for the business world. From what I understand, the job rate for the folks graduating from the business school is in the upper 90s. Okay, a lot of businesses look for Villanova grads. And so, what is business though? There's all kinds of different. I'm in the accountancy program. We have the business or Bachelor of Business Administration, and we have the finance degree, and all these degrees you can get at night. Okay, I looked around before I came to Villanova. I went to Westchester. They couldn't be bothered with night students. Okay, I went to the local Penn State. They were expensive. You cannot beat the price and the quality education you get here because it's under Penn State education for the part-time. Quality's fabulous. Instructors are fabulous. And Brandon and Mary will do everything to make sure that you succeed. All the instructors also will do everything to make sure you succeed. Aside from my accounting courses, core business courses, we have things like strategic information technology. That's how you're going to use enterprise resource systems. Enterprise resource systems being, how does the suppliers and the manufacturers and the end customers all interact? How does that work? What programs are out there that helps that work? I had operations management. How do you decide where you're going to build your plants? How you're going to ship your materials, things of that nature. I'm in strategic thought implementation right now. We're actually using an online program to run a business and compete against other teams in the classroom. Every week we're making strategic decisions with a business that we're putting into the computer, and it's going to show us how much stuff we sold, how we're rated compared to the other teams in there. So it's all really cutting edge, top-notch business curriculum. Again, it's challenging, but it's well worth it. As Mary said, I came from Penn State, but don't let that fool you. I came from Penn State with an associate degree, and because I was former military, I didn't quite get 60 credits. But that's okay. Persevered, I'm pushing through, and I'm a senior this year. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. It really doesn't. You go at your own pace. I myself, I'm pushing a little hard. I take 3 classes a semester. It's doable, but I don't have a lot of time for anything else because it is challenging. But again, I can't say enough about the business school. Top-notch business school, one of the best in the nation. Very affordable. Top-notch instructors. A fabulous part-time studies team to help you succeed. It is really a winning package. You're not going to find anything like this in this area. Not at a comparable price, not for the level of instruction. So, anybody have any questions for me? No? Wow. Well, enjoy your evening, everybody.
Well, that completes the part of the program on the degree programs, but what we also wanted to cover tonight was our certificate programs. And just by a show of hands, are there those here that have completed a bachelor's degree that may be interested in a post-baccalaureate certificate program? Okay, all right, then I'll go through these slides fairly quickly then. But for those of you who may have an interest post-graduation, we do have certificates in accountancy. We also have a certificate in business administration, leadership studies, and the pre-health professions. We also have a certificate in information systems, but you don't need to have an undergraduate degree to enroll in that particular program. And if you want more details, there's certainly information out here on the table, but since most of you are here for degree programs, I won't spend a lot of time on this. And then another popular program we have is the Pre-Health Professions Certificate. Usually students do this certificate after they graduate. They may have a degree in the humanities or the social sciences, but decide they want to go into the medical field, whether that's a physician assistant program, nursing school, or some other type of program. We have this Pre-Health Professions Science Certificate that's available for students, and they are able to complete all the classes at night. And what's nice about this particular program is it's matched up to the Health Professions Advisor that's in the Mendel Science Center, so students are not only to get academic advising from our department, but there's also a Health Professions Advisor within the College of Liberal Arts and Science.
Does that give you enough courses to lead into a master's program, or that's the level you've reached in the certificate? Like, does that give you enough core, say in chemistry, to then go into a master's in chem? Or
It possibly could. What we recommend students do if there is to meet with a graduate advisor first before they enroll in this type of program or take prerequisites to make sure that there is that match. But it's a possibility. And then also the pre-health, and also the health advisor would be able to guide you as well. And then I'm going to officially turn things back over to Brandon, and he's going to talk about some options for visiting students, post-grad, and superior high school students. And then we just have a few more slides to go over regarding financial aid and tuition.
Thank you, Mary, very much. So, really quickly, we also hold the opportunity, if you're not interested necessarily in a bachelor's degree, just for some personal enrichment, personal development opportunities. Whether you want to come as a non-matriculated student, visiting students from other schools sometimes come through us, especially during the summer. Again, we have post-grad, post-bac options, and we have the superior high school students program. Like I always told my mother that I was a superior high school student, so I really love that, love that name. But just, the point is that we have opportunities for everybody here in the Office of Part-Time Studies. We are very much an inclusive office here. Villanova, I've been here a little while now at Villanova, and it's really a fantastic place for everybody to have a chance and an opportunity to do what they want with their academic and professional life, really. So I believe Maria was getting a little bit into it, but we also have what we call our Fast Forward program here. A number of courses we offer each semester run in a 7-week format. So to give you an idea, this just tells you, how they run, but Fast Forward 1 and 2 would typically correspond to the fall term, 3 and 4 corresponds to the spring term. So the best way to put this is, it kind of gives you an opportunity if you'd like to take 2 courses per semester, for example, but you're never taking 2 courses at the same time. So it allows you to still have that life, obviously your professional life, your family life, what have you, while still getting in as extra credits during each semester. Now, a number of students will do 2 Fast Forward courses, for example, and then they'll also add on a full-term course on top of that. So you're still doing 2 courses, no more than 2 courses at a time, but for example, you're getting in 3 courses per semester. So it really allows you to maximize your time here at Villanova. And you can see this is just currently some of the exciting things we're offering in the Fast Forward program: books and the movies, the ethics of life and death, info systems project management. So we really offer across a number of our programs in the Fast Forward courses. Transfer credits, probably the number one question everybody asks me: how many of my credits can transfer in? Villanova transfers in a maximum of 60 credits or 20 courses, which is half the degree into Villanova. That's how much we will bring in for you to take. A couple things to remember: your credits do have to come from a regionally accredited institution. If you have any questions about that, it's easy enough for us to answer. And you do have to, the courses do have to have a C or above. A C- will not transfer into the university. And it's a course by course transfer. So just because there, you may run into an issue where you may have an associate's degree of 60 credits, but we'll do our best to make sure we can bring in as much as possible. But depending on the program, we'll have to see how many we can bring in. But we are available if you do have transcripts with you now. We're available after this to run some quick transfer credit evaluations for you, and if not, we are always available in the office. If you want to send us an unofficial copy of your transcript, you can shoot it to us via email or bring it into the office, and we'll turn around just about immediately a credit evaluation for you to let you know where you stand before you make that decision. And I actually forgot to skip to the next slide, but as you can see, we will do an unofficial credit evaluation for you if you'd like. So you can contact Mary or myself, or just contact us at the main office, and we're more than happy to do that. We understand it's a big decision you're going to make, and you don't want to go through the application process and then put down your money and then sign up for courses and then find out that I'm only going to bring in three of your credits. So we understand you're going to want that information ahead of time, and we're more than happy to provide that for you. So how do you apply? It's pretty simple process, everybody. You can go right online to our website. We try to make it as easy as possible. You'll see if you go online, we have an Apply Now button that's about this big, takes up about half the screen, so you can't miss it right there. Your basic information: name, phone number, address, all of that good stuff. Typically, there's a $25 application fee for attending this evening. Everybody, the fee is waived for you, so we really appreciate you, again, taking the time out to come and meet with us tonight. And then what do we need? We need all of your previous transcripts. That's high school and college transcripts to make that decision. All official, enveloped, sealed, stamped, all of that good stuff. Once we have that, we're a pretty efficient office. We can get you, we can get that application decision turned around in about a week's time or so. I mean, we're pretty quick. We go on a rolling basis. So once we have all the materials, we try and turn that decision around for you as fast as possible. And of course, financial assistance is available. And if you haven't had an opportunity before you leave today, there are some people representing financial aid out in the front over here. But you may be eligible if you're in a degree program, if you're a matriculated student, and if you plan on taking 6 credits per semester. These are really federal guidelines. You may be eligible for financial aid. Even if you think you're not, it doesn't hurt to have that conversation with the financial aid office. You never know sometimes. So please, we encourage you to contact financial aid, give them a call, or even visit them right out here tonight, and they'll be more than happy to answer your questions. For those of you that come from the local community colleges too, we're always excited. We have a number of agreements with local community colleges. Delaware County, Montgomery County, we just signed one just in the past couple of months with CCP, so we're very excited now out in Philly, bringing students in. So it's a guaranteed admissions. It's a guaranteed admissions agreement. You bring in 60 credits if you earn your associate's degree. Please take a look online on our website, depending on which community college, there may be specific requirements or only specific majors that can transfer in, and these all apply to our BIS programs that we spoke about previously. So it does not apply to our business program. But these are some great opportunities, and we encourage you to look into that as well. As well as scholarships. I mean, you can't beat that. We have a number of scholarships we offer directly through our office. Phi Theta Kappa members, we have our BISC Endowed Scholarship. I also should step back a little bit and mention with our community college agreements, there's a possibility for our community college merit rate. If you meet GPA requirements, it gets you 20% off of your tuition right there. So that's a really excellent opportunity as well. And we do have a tuition payment plan here at the university, so you may want to talk to the bursar's office. There's a possibility of splitting up those payments if you're paying on your own, rather than giving us that one lump sum up front. So it's always worth the conversation, even if you think it's not possible. We do encourage you to contact the offices here, in this case the bursar's office, and they may be able to help you with that. So finally, kind of to wrap things up and open it up to questions for you tonight, probably the number one question, you'll notice that every question I bring up is the number one question that everybody asks me. So let's say probably the number two question that everybody asks me is, who are we? Who are part-time studies? What is part-time education at Villanova? And part-time education is really the opportunity for everyone in this room, to earn their degree while finishing their job, while concentrating on their family life. The traditional paths to an education aren't traditional anymore. More and more people, they're starting out at the community colleges and coming to a four-year school. They're going to work first and finishing their degree. They're stopping in, they're stopping out, taking a little bit more time than your traditional four-year degree to finish everything up. It's a different world. It's a brave new world out there. And Villanova's part-time studies, don't take it from me, take it from the students that were up here speaking. We're here to help you in whichever path you may need to take to get that degree. Whether you want to kind of blow through it 3 courses a term, as Patrick's doing, and try and get done as fast as possible, or maybe you want to go the way Susan's going and take a little bit more time and do it at your own pace. We're here to help you do that. If you think it can't be done, if you think we can't work out a program for you, I promise you we can work out something. So don't be afraid to ask. There's no question too small or too big that we haven't heard before. Just if you love hearing the sound of my voice, we do hold online information sessions every once in a while. So take a look at our website and you'll see when the next one's coming up. And if you'd like something a little bit more one-on-one before making your decision, our next part-time studies only open house is April 24th. It's really an opportunity for you to sit one-on-one in the office with either Mary or myself or some other people in the office and just ask those questions that you may not want to ask in front of a big crowd. So April 24th, we encourage you to come as well for that. That's from 12 to 7. And people always ask me, Brandon, how can I get in contact with you? How can you not get in contact with me? Online. Give us a call, stop by the office. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on LinkedIn. If it's on the internet, more likely than not, we're on there somewhere. So check us out, please. Does anybody have any questions for not just myself, but anybody here?
I do, thank you. I know you mentioned earlier about the difference, or if I can get a little bit clarity on the matriculated and not matriculated. And I know Mary Jo had mentioned that you have to take 2 prerequisites in order to be in the business program. And that's how, does that mean that you're not matriculated until you meet those requirements and then you go in as matriculated? I just wanted to see what the difference is.
Absolutely. So the question was, what's the difference between, I'm going to take this as a 2-part question. So first I'm going to address the difference between matriculated and non-matriculated. And simply put, it's the difference between actually being in a degree program and not being in a degree program, just being here for whatever reason, taking courses that you may need. So probably the biggest distinction between matriculated and non-matriculated is the availability of federal financial aid. It is only available if you are a matriculated student in a degree program. If you're a non-matriculated student, it is not available. Now, non-matriculated can cover a wide variety of options. It can cover the student who's just here because they're very interested in public speaking and want to take a course, and they're going to pay out of pocket for a public speaking course. It can cover the student who's looking to build up a little bit of a record but can't yet be admitted into one of the programs. So typically a student in that situation takes around 15 to 18 credits before they're brought into one of our programs. Now, to answer your question about the business program, you're absolutely right. Our business program does have a couple of prerequisites that all students are required to take before entering. That is business calculus and business statistics. And I should note that here at Villanova, both of those courses are 4-credit courses each. So if you've taken a 3-credit version somewhere else, we really need to have you get a 4-credit version in, or we can't transfer it in to count for that. Now, a number of students come to us and they've got a great record and they want to apply to the business program, but they don't have those courses under their belt. So, you know, there's always a couple of options that we can present to students like that. And the first one is obviously, you know, you can go back to the community college or where you were previously, finish them up, come back, and then you have them taken care of. The other opportunity is we sometimes do allow, depending on your transcripts and your records, we sometimes do allow a student to come in as a non-matriculated student, as I mentioned before, to finish those courses and then be re-reviewed for the business program once they have those courses under their belt. So hopefully, does that answer the question? Thank you. Anyone else? The time is yours, please. All right, well, I'll tell you what, we are going to be here for a little while. First of all, I want to thank you. I know, first of all, I know it's gorgeous outside tonight and hasn't been gorgeous since Bill Clinton was president outside, it feels like. So I appreciate you taking the time on one of the few nice evenings we have to come inside with us. We really do appreciate it. And we just appreciate your time in general. I know it's a big decision. I know sometimes it's not something that you're going to make in the next half an hour. We understand that this is a longer conversation. So, Mary and me, we both put our cards out on the table there. Pick up the phone and call us. Call the office, set up an appointment. Yes, please.
I would assume that whatever degree program I go into, like part-time, would have the availability for evening for me to complete that degree?
Yes, all of our degrees are available to be completed in the evening. Yeah, we are we use part-time as the catch-all term, but we're the part-time evening division of Villanova University. So absolutely. And I should mention, too, while you've got me on that notion, our evening courses are actually at a discounted tuition rate. So, for example, a daytime course costs roughly $800 per credit or more. Our evening courses are $550 per credit for the upcoming academic year. So it's a significant tuition discount on that. But yes, you can finish it in the evening. Like I said, we're here for a little while. If you have some transcripts, one of us will do a quick credit evaluation for you. There's some degree sheets up front here. Please, I know you've got one, but take a free pen because we've got a lot of pens, and anything you don't take, I have to carry back with me. So thank you once again, everybody. Really appreciate your time, and there may still be some cheese cubes outside too, if that's your thing.